Roll call, please.
President Weatherspoon?
Yep.
Trustee Martin?
Yes.
Trustee Pierce?
Here.
Trustee McManus?
Yes.
Trustee Balch?
Here.
Trustee Wishaw?
Here.
Trustee Lambert?
Approve the minutes from Committee of the Whole, May 5.
I'll make a
move to
motion.
approve.
We have several motions. Who said them?
Fran?
Fran, and who seconded? Nancy? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved.
Mr. President, I would recommend that you would need to do public comment, and then if the Committee of the Whole is so inclined, a motion could be made to table items 5,
B through E.
6, 7, A through C, but we would recommend you take up 7D
Thank you.
this evening.
Public comment, 2-minute opportunity for citizens to voice their opinion to the Committee of the Whole. Committee of the Whole cannot respond as it may conflict with open meeting requirements. Anybody like to address us? Seeing none, I need a motion to lay over item 5, 6, 7, A, B, and C.
I'm moved, but I don't see why. I'm going to move to lay over item 5, A through E, 6A, 7A through D, and adjourn. I don't know why we have to discuss
That's not right.
7D.
Can you please repeat that? Item 5?
She laid over
The whole-
everything,
Lay the whole thing over.
the whole calendar.
Oh.
Lee, did you want to talk about item D? Was there something?
Well, no, I didn't. I just when we talked about this a couple of months ago, I suggested that we talk with the county. They offer their auditorium for public meetings. So
Trustee Wishaw, we're
Yeah.
talking about the Committee of the Whole structure. We talked about this afternoon.
oh, that one. That's what I was wondering. I thought we said 7B.
No,
Okay.
D.
There goes my hearing again.
So D, is there something you want to talk about that tonight?
Well, Todd and I met this afternoon to talk about the Finance Committee, and we talked about the fact that there was discussion last time, and maybe I
Hold on.
misunderstood.
We have a motion on the floor,
Right.
but
Yeah, Mr. President, I would suggest, we have a motion on the floor to table the whole thing.
Oh.
Right.
right,
I'm just
Hearing
trying to,
staff recommending not to do that, to take one of the items up. So is there a second to Fran's
Yeah,
motion?
there was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can open it for discussion.
I did, and I was asking Lee why he wanted to talk about 7D.
Well, I think it has to do with his finance committee to be.
Todd?
No, we're okay.
Todd and I discussed the Finance Committee this afternoon, and we kicked around a few ideas, and I think there's a misunderstanding at the last meeting that when we talked about finance, that anything that we did for finance would go through the Committee of the Whole and then to the board. Todd and I talked today about why do we need to go through the Committee of the Whole? Can't it just go directly to the board? Todd, why don't you expound on that?
So
We do that. now.
as part of the process, when you guys were looking at the Committee of the Whole structure and reauthorizing or re-implementing standing committees, the motion was made that the Finance Committee and Legislative Licensing Committee would be reestablished and report to the Committee of the Whole. Basically, adding one more step for
Yeah.
all things that go through Finance and Legislative and Licensing, then they would go to Committee of the Whole and then to Village
Right.
Board.
Yeah.
The, as it was happening, I was discussing with Attorney Pruitt,
It's not what
And-
this is.
everything happened so quick. So what we're looking for today is just to reestablish those standing committees as standing committees and have them do reports to the Committee of the Whole as opposed to reporting to the Committee of the Whole.
Wait, what?
So,
They
the,
would report to the village board, wouldn't they? Why would-
right, but that's
So,
the
hold on a
crux
second.
in
We're
itself,
getting pretty
is
in-depth
what,
for
what you had created was a completely different
a
code.
whole new setup.
A whole new code where the Finance Committee and Legislative and Licensing report to Committee of the Whole, not to Village Board.
Our ordinance is set up the other way.
Okay, well, we have a motion on the floor.
Yes,
which is
ma'am.
To
Yes.
table all of these.
And by
What?
tabling all those and not taking this up, you would still be having that set up. And at the next meeting, if that's not the way you want your standing committees to work, you'll have to retake this item up
So
and
I'm
do this again.
going to make a motion to amend the original motion to leave 7D on the docket for tonight.
Second.
Okay,
Okay.
so
All those in
What-
favor?
All in
We have to
favor?
vote on it.
No, wait a minute. Why? What's the disadvantage to waiting 2 weeks to take this up?
From a finance
Yeah.
committee standpoint, well, the way that the structure, and when we were discussing with trustee Wishaw today, was anything, because you will more than likely, at the same time you have a finance committee meeting, also have a parks committee meeting
Yep.
or a legislative and licensing meeting.
Sure.
And a number of your fellow trustees would not be able to attend the finance committee meeting and therefore not actually be able to understand. And so then you would have a week or 2 weeks in this instance, because what you take care of on the finance committee would not be on your village board agenda for 2 weeks. So if you are adding 2 weeks to go to committee of the whole and then another 2 weeks to get to the village board, you're adding a total of
Yeah, I see.
roughly 6 weeks to be able to get through things that are on your finance committee.
That might be paying bills or approving bills or whatever. I see that.
Correct.
So
Probably
the
wouldn't
motion
skip
on the floor
it at
is
all.
to amend the motion to leave 7D on the docket. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed.
Two opposed, so 7D does stay. Motion then is to eliminate 5, 6, 7, A, B, and C. All in favor of that?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So 7D is the thing on the top of the docket then. Is there any further discussion on that item, Elaine?
Well, why are we, Lee?
Oh, hold on, I've asked, hold on. Elaine,
So your code of ordinances provides for standing committees as well as the committee of the whole. Traditionally, it was finance, public works, legislative and licensing, and
yeah, there was a couple.
personnel.
Yeah.
You suspended those, activated your committee of the whole by resolution, so we need to undo at least a part of that. I'm hearing you want to reactivate your finance committee, you want to reactivate your
L&L.
L&L
That's it.
committee, and that's it.
Personnel.
And you want
No.
those to report to the committee of the whole?
That's what we asked for.
But we
Right,
could
is-
have them report just to the board.
Yes, so
Okay.
we need to know what you want
Okay.
that to be, so we can see if we need an ordinance change, or we just need to revise the resolution reactivating those two committees and leave the other two suspended.
I'll move that we reactivate those two committees and have them report directly to the board.
There you go.
I'll second that.
Second.
You
We have
second.
a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.